Chosen one, in your mind's eye, I want you to visualize the heavy bag you have been carrying on your back for the last few years. You know the one. The weight of the bills, the debt, the constant need to figure it all out by yourself. Feel how heavy it is. Good. Now, take a deep spiritual breath and drop it. You heard me. Mentally, let it hit the ground. Because the notification you have been praying for has just been released in the spirit realm. You did not click on this video by accident. Your spirit pulled you here because the transaction is already pending. God is saying, the probation period is over. You passed. But there is a specific frequency of worry currently jamming the signal between heaven's supply and your bank account. It is a biological loop in your brain that keeps you in survival mode, even when the rescue has arrived. In the next few minutes, we are going to break that loop. We are going to sign the contract of your new season, and you will walk away from this video not just relieved, but funded. Do not let your mind wander. This is the shift. You are asking, if I pass the test, why is my bank account still empty? Why is the transaction approved in heaven but pending on earth? To understand this, we need to look at Matthew 6:33 properly. You have heard it 1,000 times. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. But the English translation hides the intensity of what Jesus was actually saying. The Greek word used for seek here is zeteo. Zeteo does not mean a casual look. It describes a frantic, desperate craving. It is the way a starving animal looks for food. It is a consuming passion. Most chosen ones are using that zeteo energy to seek money, to seek solutions, to seek relief. You are hunting for provision with the same desperation that you should be using to align with the source. And because your energy is frantic, you are repelling the very thing you need. The verse says if you switch that desperation toward alignment, everything else will be added. The Greek word for added is prostithemi. It means to be deposited automatically. It implies no effort on your part. It is like interest accruing in a savings account. You do not work for interest. You just position your money, and the interest is added. So here is the hard truth. The money has not arrived yet because you are still trying to hunt for it, instead of positioning yourself to receive it. You are acting like a hunter when God has called you to be an heir. This brings us to the context of your pain. I know it has been hard. I know you have felt abandoned. You have watched wicked people prosper, while you, the righteous one, struggled to buy groceries. You thought God was punishing you. You thought you made a mistake that disqualified you. But you need to understand the difference between income and provision. Income is what you earn through the world system by selling your time and sweat. Provision is what God releases through covenant. For the last season, God has been weaning you off the world system. He had to dry up your income so you would learn to depend on provision. Look at Deuteronomy 8:2. God explains exactly why he led Israel through the wilderness. He says, "And you shall remember that the Lord your God led you all the way these 40 years in the wilderness to humble you and test you, to know what was in your heart." Notice the pattern. The lack was not an accident. It was a curriculum. It was a probation period. Any high-level job comes with a probation period where you are tested before you are given full access to the company accounts. God had to see if you would still worship him when the fridge was empty. He had to see if you would still be faithful when the credit score dropped. That was the test. And the end of that verse says, he did it to do you good in the end. That is where you are right now. You are at the end. The probation is over. The background check is complete. You have proven that you want the giver, not just the gifts. So the restrictions on your account are being lifted. But listen closely, because this is where most people miss it. Just because the probation is over does not mean the money automatically flows if your internal receiver is broken. There is a physiological reason your prayers feel blocked. It is called the cortisol ceiling. When you worry about money, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone. Your heart beats faster. Your stomach tightens. I bet you can feel that tightness right now when you think about your debts. That physical reaction puts your brain into beta waves. That is the frequency of survival. It is the frequency of fight or flight. And here is the spiritual danger. You cannot receive a divine download when your brain is in survival mode. The two frequencies cannot exist in the same space. This is why Philippians 4:7 is so critical. It says, "The peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds." The Greek word for guard is phoreo. It is a military term. It means to mount a garrison, to station a sentinel. Imagine a soldier standing at the door of your mind, holding a shield, stopping every anxious thought from entering. That is what peace does. But when you operate in high anxiety, when you let the what-ifs run wild, you have breached the perimeter. You have let the enemy into the control room. You are trying to pray for a breakthrough, but your biology is screaming emergency. You are broadcasting a signal of lack, fear, and panic. And because God transmits on the frequency of trust and rest, you are literally missing the signal. The transaction is trying to download, but your Wi-Fi is turned off. Before I show you exactly how to switch that signal, I need you to commit to something. Do not click away. By the end of this video, I am going to give you a specific activation protocol, a way to sign this new contract with heaven. We will seal this transition from probation to payroll so that you never have to go back to the wilderness again. You have invested years in the struggle. Invest these last few minutes in the solution. Now, look at the pattern of Elijah in 1 Kings 17. When the famine hit, God did not tell Elijah to go out and hustle. He did not tell him to start a business or beg his neighbors. God said, "Hide yourself by the brook Cherith, and it shall be that you shall drink from the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed you there." Catch this. The ravens were commanded to go to the brook. If Elijah had panicked and run to the city, he would have starved.